Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing today? You wonderful, wonderful barrel of rum monkeys that I love. My beautiful little troop of junior survivalists. I love y'all. How you doing today, John, brother? How you doing, dwarf brother? How you doing, Sarah sis? How you doing, Chad, brother? I hope you are all having a great day. Cheers, brother. So, today's topic is going to be new survival mindsets and new prepper mindsets. Because, yeah, I know y'all can see the band aid on my nose smacked into the trunk of the car. Glad to hear that, dwarf brother. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good, John. I'm doing good, brother. So, we as a whole, all of us, since the past 100 years, we've all believed, since the beginning of time, we've all thought the end of the world's coming. We all believe the end of the world is coming. When? We don't know. Could be my lifetime, could be our children's lifetime, it could be the next generation's lifetime. We don't know. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I was pulling groceries out of the back of the car and everything and smacked my face into the trunk. Yeah, that's what you get for being tall. It's all good. It's all good if Lens is asleep. But, since the beginning of time, we've all thought the world's going to end sometime. We don't know when, but it hasn't. It kept going. You know, we may not like how it's going, but it's going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hurt. Felt like I about broke my nose, but it's all good. And, you know, we've all had a mindset that the world's going to end. And yes, a lot of whoop whoop, you know, and a lot of major civilizations have ended. You know, they ended because in those times, a lot of stuff was going on. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, Jim, how you doing, brother? Jimbo. But within the past 100 years, every form of survivalist, every form of prepper, every form of homesteader has been following the same idea for the past 100 years. You know, we have not been able to, there hasn't even been a new survival skill book created in this time period, in the last turn of the century. We all think the exact same thing is going to happen over and over and over again. And the one thing people believe is going to happen is nuclear warfare. Nuclear warfare is not ever going to happen. You know why? Because with nuclear warfare, it takes too long for the world to recover, and there would be too many lives lost in nuclear war to actually consider yourself a victor. It is. It's a. It's a mindset that people have dwelled on for a long time. Hey, Freaky, how you doing? Well, that's good. That's good to have some snow, With all the drought and everything that we've been having, that snow is actually going to be good. It's going to bring water back to the plants. It's going to bring water back to, wildlife. It's going to rejuvenate the world. Well, it's going to rejuvenate the area that you're in. It's, you know, that's a good thing. That's always a good thing. Well, that's good, Sarah. California needs it. California is a very, very dry and unhappy place. Kind of like any of the other, Midwest, states. It needs water, especially all the years of having drought and everything. It needs, and that's what I try to say. Nature will always provide. Nature will always be around to heal itself. It's it doesn't matter what. It will heal itself, but it's healing itself slower than it normally can. Um, and that's one of the bad things, you know. But going back to, the mindset of everything, cold, yes. Water is water, my friend. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what temperature that water is. Plants and animals can survive from whatever, you know. I I wish I had some tortillas, you know. No, I've got plenty of those at the house. That's one thing. That's one thing that is be a staple food for generations. Corn, flour, tortillas. Cornmeal to make cornbread, stuff like that. Any grain foods is a staple for us. It's always been a staple for us. Sarah, good. Oh yeah, John, yeah. And see, that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand anymore. People don't understand how to heat and live by fire. Civilization has always been civilization in the last 100 years, ever since we learned the ability to create heaters and kerosene heaters and you know propane heaters, any kind of like natural gas. We don't we don't know how it is to go back to primitive ways of heating. That is true, freaky brother. That is true, freaky. People don't understand and people don't respect fire. That's that's a bad thing. Oh, that's wonderful, Sarah. Yeah. That's a problem. That's going to be a major problem in a end of the world problem. End of the world scenario. Oral hygiene, regular hygiene, things like that. We don't we don't look at. We don't we think it's a just an ordinary everyday thing of being able to brush your teeth, being able to take a shower, being able to, smell good. But if you look 100 plus years ago, not everybody had water. Not everybody was able to. Not everybody was able to have the luxuries of, hygiene. Um, especially, you know, 200 plus years, 200 years ago. 200 years ago, it was hard to even get a bath because there was no indoor plumbing or anything. There was no way of actually heating water, putting it in, in a container to be able to wash, you know. That will do. Naughty wood joke. Nice dwarf, nice brother. Yeah, it's now and nowadays it's easy to be able to clean yourself and everything. They have simple gravity camp showers with you know, a heating bag that heats up from the sun to have hot water. There's multiple ways of doing, everyday hygiene nowadays. What's up, Lee brother? How you doing? Nah, you know, depending on where you live, if it does, if you live in parts of like Canada, and then the higher northern countries and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to be harder to use actual water to take showers and everything. Um, but but it's easier nowadays to be able to. It's easier even in remote little countries. You know, third world countries even have running water now. There's you know there's villages in Africa that have ways of pumping water into their village, and that's what I'm trying to say. Most of the mindsets and everything that survivalists and preppers and everything are still believing and still running on is ideas from 100 plus years ago. And right, Freaky? Yeah, it's we need to change the way that people understand. I mean, that people we need to stop thinking like our elders. And I'm not I'm not talking about what I mean by we need to stop thinking like our elders is we need to stop thinking of ideas from 100 years ago. You know, hell, even as short as 50 years ago, there was a there was a lot. Times were different back then than they are today. You know, even 50 years ago, it was hard to go to a big box store and buy whatever you wanted. You know, to go to a restaurant and go and get a hamburger because of money. Um, Nowadays, everything is made so cheap and everything is made to where even the poorest person can buy anything. You know what I mean? Like if you take a person that makes 17,000 a year, they can even somebody that makes bare minimum money can still go out and buy a TV. They can still go out and afford cable. They can still go out and afford anything that they want. Hey Terry, how you doing, brother? But welcome back, Sarah. Yes and no on certain things, Freaky. You know, a lot of ways of like preserving food, making okay. I thought that was my car for a second. But, you know, yes, I agree with you, but I disagree on some things with that. Like what our forefathers did. Our forefathers made what we have now technologically advanced than what they had. It's it's like it's like how the UK, how the Brits used to make matches. All right, they used to make liquid sulfur, and they would dip a piece of paper into liquid sulfur and pull it out, and it would ignite by the air. It would ignite on fire, and they would put it in their fireplace, and that's how we made our first matches. Then it took the creator of the match's daughter literally dropping the liquid sulfate on her and catching her on her, literally burning her alive to create a match, the Strike Anywhere match that was used for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah, yeah, that's true, Freaky. A lot of things from the past, a lot of knowledge from the past has been lost because you have to look at it this way. 90% of the people in the past did not know how to write. They did not know how to spell. Everything was passed down by word of mouth. Just like, Damascus steel from the city of Damascus. Everything was hand taught and spoken, you know. And yes, we can create a new age Damascus But New Age Damascus is nothing compared to the traditional Damascus steel. Thank you, Terry, brother. You have a good one and get some sleep, man. Get some sleep, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dwarf. I mean, you know, there's a lot of techniques and everything that have been lost because at that time period, like I said, nobody knew how to write. No, not a lot of people knew how to write. Not a lot of people knew how to spell. Not even a lot of people knew how to read. Hey, Danger Dale, how you doing, brother? Yeah, yeah. That was the thing with Strike Anywhere matches, Freaky. You know, the only place that uses Strike Anywhere matches nowadays is some parts of the UK and some parts of Africa. They that I mean that's true. That's true, Jim. You know, it was also a big hindrance just talking. You know, yeah. Well, they are phased out in a lot of countries. They because Strike Anywhere matches are easily, it's not childproof. You know, if you give a Strike Anywhere match to a child could set himself on fire or whatever. That was one of the real reasons why Strike Anywhere matches were fade out in a lot of places like America and Canada and places like that. But you can still buy Strike Anywhere matches like on Amazon and places like that. Um, I like um like weatherproof matches that they call them hurricane matches. They're waterproof. They burn for like 15 minutes. They have a high flame temperature on them. They're used for emergency situations by a lot of survivalists and preppers and stuff. And well, that was the thing though, Freaky. Like I said, just as recently as 50 years ago, like during the 1950s, it was, doctors and hospitals and everything said it was healthy to smoke. So you had every person in the world smoking, a lot of people were smoking. And a lot of people would rather have a Strike Anywhere match than a refillable butane lighter or a Zippo or something like that. So it was easy to have a book of matches or a Strike Anywhere matches just laying anywhere and everywhere in your household. And it wasn't just people giving the children these matches. It was, how children are. They're curious. They see, mommy and daddy lighting up with a match, and they think, oh, this is normal. I can do it. And they would get their hands on a match and strike it. What's up, Chad, brother? How you doing? But with that, with that mindset, That's why I'm saying a lot of our stuff we don't need to have around anymore. You know, like Strike anywhere matches are great. They are magnificent to have if you're ever in a survival situation or if you're ever in a natural disaster or something like that. You don't have to fumble around or anything to find a working lighter. You don't have to fumble around or anything to find the box of matches. You can just literally strike it on your wallpaper and it will, light up. Um, and you can light whatever you need with it. But if you have a household with children and everything, it's not a good thing. But also the downfall to those matches and everything is that if they get wet, they become useless. Any kind of match except for like waterproof, or if you try to waterproof your own matches with, candle wax or something like that, it's it's a dying art. A lot of this stuff is really not needed anymore. You don't need sulfate, you don't need air ignition sulfate to, you know, but there is some things that we do need still that is for preppers and you know, for preppers and for survivalists and stuff like that. There's a thing called aluminite carbonate or something like that. It's a three-way medicine. Okay, that aluminum carbonate, it's used to clean wounds. It's used to help heal wounds. It's used to purify water. It's used, for upset stomach, diarrhea. It's a lot of good things to use it for. Yes, you can, Chad, brother. You can also use a condom as a water storage. You can. But the only bad thing is you have to have an unlubricated condom to a non-spermicidal condom to collect water in, because the spermicide is poisonous. Yeah, only if they don't have lube in them. Yep. Condoms are usable for a lot of things. You can even make a water filter out of a condom. you know Oh yeah, you are freaky. But you can make a water filter out of a condom. You can fill it with silt. You fill it with silt. You fill it with rocks. You fill it with activated charcoal or something like coconut. The coconut fuzz or whatever. You fill it up. You fill the condom up. Then you pour water through it and you pierce the tip of the condom and you milk the water out through it. Oh, he uses them all the time, Dwarf. He uses them all the time. That's why he's asking, because he's got that stockpile of them. Wally, how you doing, brother? Right, Wally? Yes, milk the water through the tip there, Chad. Right, Freaky? Yeah, I mean, it's you have to think, like I said, everything can be used in a survival situation. You just have to learn how to think outside the box with it. Yes, Chad, this is something you should be practicing every day with it, sir. I'm glad to hear that, Wally. Well, not being sick, but I'm glad we got you to talk. Oh yeah, oh yeah, John. It's you know there's there's a lot of things that you can use for water filtration. You know, it's but the only bad thing anymore is trying to find a unlubricated condom. You have to specially order these condoms anymore. You know, it's not like you can just go down to the five and dime shop before you head out on a plane trip and stock up on all those loose skin, those free range condoms. Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Chad. Technically, you could also, if you want to, you could also snip the tip too. You can snip that little nip tip off the condom if you want to. But it's better to have a steady stream flow than a mass flow coming out with water filters. And, because if you mass flow a water filter, a basic water filter with like silt or sand, then rocks, then, coconut hair or, activated charcoal, you don't want it going too fast because you want everything to filter out the water. Yes, free range condoms. Technically, a condom, depending on the quality of the condom, you can use condoms to store things like a dry bag. You can put your socks, you can put clothes in it, you can put medicines, you can put matches, whatever, in a condom. And if you only have what's in your pockets in like a survival situation or something, you want to blow up the condom, shove everything in it, then blow air into it and make it like a balloon, because the condom isn't going to be like a flotation device for you. It's going to be a flotation and a dry sack for your items that you don't need getting wet. Yes, Chad. Yes. Give me a 6 ounce of the KY jelly special. But it you can even, just like, a lot of other things that can be used in a survival situation and everything, in the end of the world situation. Hold on, give me a second. In a survival situation, um, oh shit, oh shit. My bad. Sorry. Um, but in a true survival situation or a end of the world scenario, you can you can use a lot of female products like tampon and duct tape. All right. Yes, it sounds crazy, but the thing is if you were in a gunfight and they shot through your shoulder, if it was a clean wound that went all the way through, you can pack that wound with tampons. And you're supposed to make what's called a bullet train with tampons. Yes, yes, dwarf. It will always protect you. Yep. You like with tampons, you make what's called a bullet train. You put 3 tampons back to back and you tie them together in one line. And if it's a clean bullet wound that goes all the way through, you want to pack that whole entire wound with tampons. And you don't want, you know, if you don't tie them together, that means one of them is going to get stuck inside of you. So you make about 3 tampons, usually 2 for a shoulder, but 3 for, a leg, or in your stomach, something like that. Yeah. And you tie them all together and you put them into the wound and you duct tape around the whole entire shoulder area. All right, Sarah, you take care, sis. But, if you don't tie the strings together on it, you're going to lose them. Magnums. Always carry a magnum with you. And you know what? They make lambskin condoms. Okay? Lambskin condoms, if it's 100% real lambskin, because they make artificial lambskin ones and they make real lambskin ones. If you use a real lambskin one, you can actually make it as a water bladder. The skin and everything is going to be your water bladder, and you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it over again. That's but that's if you want to pay that price for like lambskin. You know what I mean? Magnum ice cream. Yeah, you can use shark skin too. I mean, oh, trust me. It's all good. It's all good. Yep. Yep. You can use pretty much you can use anything that is a secondary skin as a condom or as a water bladder, you know. The original water bladders and everything that our ancestors used were made out of sheep and pig stomachs. You shouldn't have a wrench. Oh, all of y'all have a wrench. But, it's There's a lot of things. Sorry. Uh, the news things were coming on my Twitter account and everything. You know, there's been a lot of weird discoveries and everything that has happened. Reynolds rap. Yes. But there's a lot of there's a lot of things that was, yeah, that's one of the bad things about, you know, pigs, John. Pigs are a pigs are pretty much like humans. Um, Pig meat. If you ever, pig skin has more than 1,000 worms and bacteria in their pores. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter if you salt pork or anything. You still have to. You still have to, after you've salted the pork and everything, if you're going to ingest it, you still have to smoke it. You still have to boil it. You still have to fry it to kill all the insects and all the worms and everything that is in their skin and their meat. If not, you're going to get sick, like, like that hunter did. Yes, but we humans really aren't supposed to eat pigs. We're not. Pigs are one of the most infectious. Um, they're one of the most infectious and disease-ridden animals that we literally eat and kill. Um, well, right, Chad. Right. That's how you're supposed to do it. Like, you're supposed to literally smoke it to death. I mean, it's there isn't any. Pigs are not a healthy alternative to food. And to tell you the truth, they're the ones that will get you sick. They're the ones that will kill you. But we put it in grocery stores every day because it's so cheap. Because it takes less amount of time to raise a pig than it does anything else. There is we like me. I have 20 pigs right now. Hey Chad. Hey Chad. I just want to take a picture and see how this apple looks in your mouth, son. Please. please, do a brother a favor. Hey, our baller, how you doing? Yeah, fish is the one thing that you can eat raw. You can, you can prepare many, many different ways and everything, and it's a lot safer for you. Fish is. That's why, you know, literally, we are not supposed to. If you want to look at it through a religious standpoint and everything, you're not supposed to eat scavengers of any kind. You're not but it's hard to say that because everything is a scavenger, really. And what they mean in the Bible by scavenger, though, is like pigs. Pigs will eat anything and everything that they can get their hands on. It doesn't matter if it's their own baby or if it's another of their kind that fell over dead or whatever. But so are fish. Fish are the same way. Fish is a scavenger too. They will eat anything and everything that they can get their hands on. You know. Um, Same thing with birds. We're not supposed to eat birds either because birds are scavengers also. Birds will eat their own young. Birds will break open eggs and eat their own babies. Hey, David, how you doing, brother? Yeah. Oh, I'm doing good, our baller, brother. Yep. Your trash is somebody else's gold. That is true. Happy birthday, David, brother. Yeah. Oh, look, another bowl to be packed. Chad is Chad is how should we say scavenging for a new bowl right now, everybody. We That means we can't eat Chad because he's a scavenger. All right, I'm gonna have to go and charge this phone and everything. Onwards to Starbucks. Anytime, brother, anytime. Onwards to Starbucks. Onwards to Starbucks. Do, 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 do. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, nice, John. Nice. Right, freaky. What's up, Pyro? Long pork. Uh, Chad, Chad is going to be in you know in the end of the world and everything. Chad is going to be my breeder weasel. Because to tell you the truth, the easiest way to get food in a end of the world scenario to survive is going to be eating humans, you know, because humans can breed just as fast, if not faster, than pigs. Nice, John, nice. That's cool, that's cool. But yeah, like Chad's gonna be my breeder weasel. Yeah, yep. Chad is gonna have his Chad doesn't have to worry about anything, and we will. I'll take care of my boy Chad. I'll take care of my boy Chad in the apocalypse. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Chad. You're my boy. You, Jake, and Spooky are all going to, you know, it's okay. Just think of it this way, Chad. Just think of it this way. You will have an unlimited supply of you will have an unlimited supply of food with me that as long as you don't question where it comes from, you won't know if it's pork or beef. Just saying. Just saying, brother. Just saying. You know? Yes. Yes, Chad. You only get to eat. Chad's going to keep me warm at night, everyone. Oh. It's a. Chatteroony, are you at home? Chatteroony. Chad, if you are at home, you know, if you want, I can throw a special bluebird at your windowsill. If you want to have fun and talk. Don't put images in our head. Oh yeah. Okay, okay, you're not at home. It's all good, Chad. Chad's my little junior survivalist. He, he's my if Chad is going to be my pack mule in the end of the world, y'all. You know, everybody's got a job in the end of the world. Everybody has a job, you know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are, you know, the guard to the breeding, you know, the breeding room, or if you are, you know, the studs in the breeding room. You could be, you know, even even the even the janitor that cleans the breeding stalls. That's what we call them. We're going to call them the breeding stalls. Even if you're the janitor of the breeding stalls, you know, everybody has a job. Everybody has a job, you know. Yes, teamwork. Yes, Chad. Chad, you're my number one stallion. Who's a good Chad? Chad, do you want a sugar cube? Oh, shit. You know, and, in reality of things, yes, 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 we need to bring back, we need to, we have to rebuild civilization, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But, you know, it's going to be the end of the world. Who's going to put you in jail if you co-cock another person upside the head? And if you co-cock somebody upside the head and take a nibble out of them, I mean, who ain't going to be nobody, not a single person that is going to know the difference between pork and human. Yep, you know, and I can, I'm allowed to make fun of this stuff, okay? Because it is true. It is true. If you look at any survival situation that's ever been written or documented through history, tell me the one thing that they all revert to when times got tough in the survival situation. If there was a group of people and they ran out of food, what was the first thing that they did to each other? Hey, Dark, how you doing? But seriously, humans revert to cannibalism when times are tough. It's a proven fact. There's too many accountabilities in survival situations where they have literally ate human flesh. It's one of those beaver, beaver. Dark. I'm 100% with you on eating all the beavers I can get my hands on. But when beavers start running low, I'm gonna find a way to make Chad into a sausage and have a Chad dog. But it's serious, it's truth though. Like all of the Arctic explorers that, their boats got frozen over, they couldn't get through the ice, they had to go on foot, they all ended up eating each other. The most recent, survival of, that football team or soccer team or whatever in the Alps that crashed, they reverted to eating humans. I will. I am serious. I will eat you. And I can. And you know what's the bad thing about it is I'll look you dead straight in the face with a smile on my face and say, I will eat you. Because it's easier to hunt a human down because humans have so many weaknesses. It's easier to hunt a human down than an animal in the wilderness. Yes, dwarf. Yeah, that's true too, Pyro. Yeah, if every human ate one animal a day, half would go without. That's true because half the population of humans are very, very lazy. Yes, David, humans are easy to track. Right, Dark. Yep. Welcome. Oh, Chad. Oh, this is why we love you, brother. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Life is life is something else. What's up, Sarah? Welcome back. But yeah, it's true. I mean, humans are easy to track. Humans are easy to kill. Humans have too many emotions. And to it's easy to tell a person in a survival situation or when they're scared. It's easy to tell them that you're going to take care of them and you're going to bring them back, bring them to a place where they can feel safe and be fed. If they believe that they will come to your place and be safe and be fed, and all they have to do is help you, right there, you don't have to do anything else. You just have to walk them to the place that you live and you need your cuddle puppy. Oh shit, Dark. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Dark. Yep, that is true, Pyro. That's what I tell people every day. You know, if you have 100 deer, and because people don't know how to ration food, if you have 100 deer in a 5-acre area and you have 10 people hunting those deer, they're not going to stop. Even if they're hunting once a week, those 10 people hunting once a week, 5 weeks and that deer population is gone. Oh, Sarah. Yeah, build a gingerbread house. They'll come. Yeah. But yeah, you start with the insides. Actually, what you do, John, and I may sound psychotic or whatever, but here's the thing. Human meat decays faster than any other animal. Okay? So what you have to do if you're in a survival situation or if you're in a cold enough region to preserve the meat, that's fine. But if you're in a area that does not have a cold enough region to preserve meat, you need to keep the human alive while you're processing them. So say that I got Chad over at the compound and we're running out of food. I'm going to tell Chad, "Hey Chad, look over there in the corner. What is that?" And as soon as he turns around, I'm putting chloroform to his mouth and passing him out. Then I'm going to take him to a preparation table. I'm going to strap him down to that preparation table. I am going to gag him to where he can't make that much noise. And then I'm going to dissect and pull off the skin, the bone, everything. I'm going to dislocate from the foot to the knee. Then I'm going to cauterize the wounds and everything on his leg to still keep him alive. Right, Dark, yeah. But the thing is you have to keep the human alive. You have to keep the blood flowing in a human body or it's going to become rancid. And it becomes rancid before it starts to deteriorate. So you have to keep the blood flowing. You have to keep the body alive. And you also have to know your way with pain relievers to give them pain relievers while it's being done. Animals, on the other hand, a chicken, all you got to do is just grab it by the neck, crack its neck by swinging it around and break its vertebrae, let it die. Then you know, run, Chad. Chad probably already ended this live stream when I brought him up. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying, Dark. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be way too many snowflakes out there that are not going to be able to handle this situation. But also, on the other hand, the snowflakes may actually turn out to be the psychotic ones. You don't know. No, it's just I've watched one too many. I've read one too many biology books. You know, that's one of the things. I've I've read one too many biology books and human anatomy books. Because you literally have to know, your enemy in survival. And you have to know how to handle them too. Oh, it is. What's up, Connor? How you doing, brother? I know, right, David? Start with the plant eaters. You know, they have less fat. Start with those vegans. Yeah, that too, Dark. Yeah, just know where just know where your 12 gauge is ground. Pre-processed salads. I got you, freaky. Don't worry. Yeah, but the thing we could do with the vegans though, Dark, we could create jerky out of Alb and sell that, and make trade out of it. Whoever's a vegan in here, just know that you're going to Matt's Jerky. Right. Uh, I know, right? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, sis. But it's one of those things. You can't be. You have to. You have to know reality if you're ever going to survive in times. If you're ever going to survive, you have to. You literally have to of food, water, whatever. It's just like in Rome, you know, when the Roman soldiers were in places that did not have water or anything, they literally drained the blood from their horses every other day and kept the horse alive and drained their blood and drunk the blood of that animal so they could get the minerals and everything that they needed. Yeah, Dark, that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. Say yes, it is vegan, but that's the thing. You know, I mean, I've studied way too many alternative sources to survive. You know, and also during the cold and everything, if you drain fresh warm blood out of an animal, it'll warm you up faster than vodka will, because your body is handling something that's already, you know, body temperature. So it will help. See, that's the thing. People think I've lost a few screws. I really haven't. Yeah, John. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I understand, John. I understand, brother. But it's one of those things. It's what will you do to survive? What will you do to live? Yeah. Get out of the city. All right, freaky. Take care, brother. Give me a second. I'm gonna go in. I'm going into Starbucks real quick. Uno momento, fam. All right. That I is here at Boozy Starbucks. Ooh. I know, right? Well, I'm wanting the Komodo Dragon blend, and that's the only coffee I'll drink is the Starbucks Komodo Dragon blend, and I pay like only pay $3 for the big one for a pour over Komodo Dragon blend coffee. Don't worry about it, Dale. You're not missing anything, brother. Thank you, ma'am. All right. I'm gonna plug this in inside here somewhere. You said there's a wall charger somewhere. Ah, here we go. Wall charge. So, anyways, about survival. Survival. Like I said, we need to go. We need to advance in the times. We don't need to still think about what happened during the '60s and stuff like that. Yeah, Dark. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I know, right? No Starbucks in survival. Oh, jeez. What am I going to do without Starbucks in the end of the world? What am I going to do with the molten lava in my hand? Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, cappuccino's nice, John. Yeah, but everything. The one thing that's going to bring us down is the cost of living. You know, the cost of living. With as expensive it is in the first world countries, just imagine how much more it is in third world countries or second world countries. You know what I mean? And even with the prices and everything going up, the other countries are going to suffer a lot faster than what we will. You know, yeah, it'll still be a pain. It'll still be a hurt to go through. But the world, the world isn't the same anymore. Yeah, the world isn't the same anymore. The world, the world is falling apart at the seams, and we need to look at this. We need to see what's happening. Pretty soon, I believe that we're going to have another depression. Either another depression or we are going to run out of jobs to pay for everything. And it doesn't matter how much money that you make at a job. The more money you make at a job increases the prices everywhere else. Because those places that have to increase their prices have to offset the money that they're paying their employees. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true, Wally. It has. It's like this cup of coffee. Okay, this cup of coffee of a pour over coffee used to be $3. Now it's $4. It's gone up a dollar, and that is really 30% increase for every dollar. It has went up 30 cents. It's just like Dollar Trees, Dollar Trees, Dollarama's, Poundland, places like that. All of them have went up at least 25%. Oh yeah, Wally. Yeah, true, Dark. True. That's but that's the thing. People won't do that because they complain that they're not making enough money. Then if they if they lower the price of pay of hourly wages, if they lower the price of hourly wages, that means we will be back to the past. And people don't understand that it was better in the past, lower prices of everything with a lower making wage. And they believe the more money that they have, the more that they're going to live. Yeah. Oh, it's €1. Okay. Gotcha, John. Gotcha. Okay. Well, in reality, we do need to get rid of. We do need to have another world. We need to have anarchy. We truly need to have anarchy to reset everything. If we reset everything, talking about the way the government is, the way businesses are, the way life is, if we reset it all, we could build a better society than the archaic ways of what we believe and what we were thought to, you know, survive with. And but it would have to take a worldwide unison to actually reset the system. Because just like America, just like the UK, stuff like that, those governments, our governments, run on us. We are the cash cows for the government. They are literally not making any money except for us. Every check that we make, we get taxed. When we pay our taxes, we are giving them more money than what we make back. Yeah. Oh, I know, Dark. I know. That's why nobody in office and everything could ever understand what the normal person goes through. They, nobody in those offices, nobody in any of the, you know, in any of the presidential, chairs have ever had to say, well, is this check going to my house payment? Or is this check going to my car payment? Or am I going to have to put off my car payment until next month and pay double on it so I can eat this month, so I can buy food this month? They they have never had to suffer. They have never had to starve. I mean, even the president nowadays has to have at least $30 million in their bank account before they can even run to be a president. True, Dark. True, brother. Yep. That's it's good that it is coming down now, but what did we lose to make those prices come down though, John? Right, Dark. Well, it's the same thing as anybody else in any kind of other profession. You know, look at bench warmers on a professional football league. Okay, a bench warmer that never even get like a third string bench warmer on a professional team makes a minimum of $500,000 to $600,000 a year. That is more than anybody, and all they have to do is just train and work out and run some plays every once in a while, and it's the same thing with, Wally's good at that. It's okay, Dark. But there is there's so many professions and everything out there that don't have to do anything and they make more money than we'll ever see in our lifetime. You know, life, there is no middle class. It's always have been and always will be the poor and the rich. There is no in between anymore. Right, Dark? Right? See, I just haven't learned how to sweet talk Wally yet, Dark. But the new mindset that we need to think of, and we need to prepare for what's happening now. We do. And preparing for now is a lot easier to prepare because we've already had the Depression. We already know the state of how people were in the Depression. And in thinking like that, true, Dale, true, yeah. The working poor, yeah. We are the cash cows for the government. If it wasn't for us, the government wouldn't have anything. True, Dark. That is how it was. It's like during the Depression, the poor survived. The poor knew what to do. The rich is the ones that failed. The rich were the ones that suffered during the Depression because they didn't have their money. They didn't have anything to support them. And none of them knew anything about farming or, and they didn't have money to hire people to farm for them. So they were screwed. But the poor knew how to farm, knew how to handle agriculture, and knew how to survive with bare minimum. Yep, yep. Most of the poor were farmers, yep. Like my grandfather. My grandfather survived the Depression because he was a farmer. And he was in, the southern east, he was in Georgia. He had plenty of land and plenty of animals and everything. Yeah, it was hard. He had to turn half of his farmland and everything into, you know, wheat and grass, wheat and hay fields to feed his animals, though. Look out, critters. It's the only way we're going to be able to survive this is look at what our ancestors, what our great grandparents and our grandparents did during the Depression. You know, we are going to have to, we're going to have to learn and remember their stories, what they told us, because that generation is long gone now. You know, the only generation that we have now to rely on is our father or our mother or our uncle or something. You know, it's that's why I say learn everything from the past. Learn how to make chicory coffee. Learn how to dig up root systems. Learn how to harvest. Right, Dale. Learn how to sacrifice. Learn how to go without. If you can learn how to ration on bare minimums, like me, I do 1 week a month where I eat barely anything. Where like last month, I did a week where I was eating just 3 crackers with a teaspoon of tuna on it once a day. And I have diabetes. So I have to learn how to do this stuff. I have to learn how to check my blood sugar. I have to learn how to handle my diabetes when I don't have enough calories or proteins coming into my system. I see, Wally. But the thing is, though, Wally, you remember the past and everything. You're not some 20-year-old snot-nosed punk that never had to worry. Yeah, I see. Yeah, see, I have my dad. My grandmother, my grandfather passed away, when I was 15. So at least I had that time with them to learn from them. But we are going to go through another depression. We are. We're going to go through another. I mean, we were already about to go through it during COVID, where we couldn't get supplies because nobody was working, where, grocery stores could only allow you to take a certain amount of food because they had to give it to everybody in an area. A lot of these, a lot of these places and everything. Yeah, 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 Wally. We were in a recession in the '80s. Yeah, dark. Oh, jeez. There's, we were about to go into another collapse. We were about to go into a collapse, the second wave of COVID, when everybody was locked up and everything. We were about to go where people were literally starving in their homes because they did not have the money to buy food. Even with this, even with this relief check BS that they gave us, it wasn't enough money that to pay for everything because a lot of people were paying rent to rent, month to month rent. A lot of people didn't even have the food storage in their house or their apartment to last them over 2 weeks. Oh yeah, Dale. A lot of you know, some parents go one way, some parents go another way. Some parents tell you the fears. Some parents tell you that you need to be scared. Where other parents want to hide stuff from you and let you be a quote unquote kid. I believe the same thing as you just said, Dart. It was a population control, but it just didn't go the way that they wanted it to. Yeah, it a lot of things were kept behind closed doors, in the past. A lot of things. And, even though we're supposedly in a, yep. Oh, I understand, John. Yeah. I mean, I've got boxer fractures and I've also got, locked up fingers from diabetes. So, like, if you can see lumps in them. Yeah, correct, Dark. Yeah, there's never been a moment where the government's done anything right. And there never will be. There never will be a thing where the government does anything right, especially in this day of age. What's up, Ceresis? There is there is no truth anymore. There's just not. There never has been truth. There never will be truth. Everybody wants to believe in rainbows and happiness and kumbaya sitting around a fire. You know, sorry, Ceresis. There'd be a chicken in every pot. Oh yeah, Wally. Yeah. You know, if the world was able to have a a regular Joe, or hell, even a soccer mom become president, you wouldn't vote for me, Dark. You wouldn't. You wouldn't vote for me, Dark. That hurts my feelings. That hurt you. You you melted my snowflake heart, sir. You. I am offended. I am offended, good sir. Offended. Yeah, a soccer mom for real. Yeah. And I'm not talking about a Karen either. I'm talking about a real soccer mom. I'm talking about a real mother, you know? I bet Starbucks talking survival. I can't be trusted. Can't be trusted. He's at Starbucks talking about survival. Oh, I love you, dog. Can't be having that. Can't be having a guy at Starbucks. What would all the other survivalists think of me? Oh, shit. Anyways, but in the reality of everything, you know, until the world knows how to suffer again, we'll never change our ways. You know, that's the God honest truth. Until we, until this pansied, until this pansied, sheltered world that we live in faces fear again, we will never, we will never know what true fear is. We will never know how to survive if we can't face fear, you know? If we can't, if the world continues to hide things from us, if the world continues to hide things from us, if the world continues to lie to us, because most people is going to be able to handle, most people is going to be able to handle the situation that is pushed on us. What's up, Paradox? How you doing, brother? And until until we realize what is going on, well, till the world realizes what's going on, because the majority of us already know what's going on. The majority of us already know how to handle the situation that we are in. But, you know, oh crap, there's a Black Rifle Coffee Company. I could have went to Black Rifle. At least the Black Rifle Coffee Company supports our veterans. At least. I told you, Wally. I told you Dark's a good guy. Yeah. Wally is a good brother. There you go, Dark. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they ain't nobody getting my guns either. Ain't nobody touching my stuff. It's hell no. They will have to pry it out of my cold dead hands also. But I really don't think, I really don't think anybody will ever enforce taking the guns out of our hands. I doubt that will happen. I mean, it may, but in reality, I don't think it will. They can threaten them. They can threaten it until their face turns blue, but I doubt anybody's actually ever going to sign on that. Ooh, yeah, the Henry Survival Rifle. Yes, I love that. I love that pew pew. Yeah, I. It's kind of the same way that I think with like police. Like, I don't know. I want to believe wholeheartedly that the police are not going to come to your house or the military is going to come to your house and take your stuff. But on the other hand, if it is in a time of if it's in a time of mass fear and like a world ending situation, I do believe the military will become corrupt. I do. I don't think the ones that have a family, a wife and kids and everything, I don't think they're going to be the ones doing it. I believe it's going to be the young ones, the younger military personnel that don't have a family, that doesn't have a, a wife and kids or anybody to protect. Those are going to be the ones that will use their military presence to create an opposing force. You know what I mean? I believe if a push or shove situation, most people in, say, police or military are going to police or military that have families and like a wife and children and stuff like that. I believe they're going to go home and protect their families and not listen to what the government says. Right. The ones that don't have a heart, Wally. Yes. That's what I believe 100%. Those are the ones that we're going to have to watch out for. You know, the ones that do have access to, like, people in the National Guard, people, stuff like that. Yeah. Hold on. All right, Sarah, just be careful. Yeah, I just I understand they're trained to do as they're told. I understand, Dark, but there's a thing, like, say it gets to that point, and say it is like an end of the world era or situation, and they're not going to get paid, because money isn't going to be everything. I want to hope that most of the police and military that do have families and everything, I hope to God that they're going to leave their post and go to their family and protect them. And I understand, if some of the military people and everything are across the water and can't get home. That's a different story where they can't get back to protect their family. Yeah, killing is killing. Yeah, that is true, brother. That is true. Hey, PPR, how you doing, brother? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like police and in smaller towns. Yeah, that's. But a lot of the major city police and everything, they don't care. You know. And I guess because I was raised in a small town and I still live in a small town, that. Hold on, give me a second. All right. I'm going to have to get off here. The wife's off at work. I got to go get her. Um, I love you, family. Y'all take care. Great talking to y'all again. Hey, Michael. You came in right when I'm leaving, brother. But I love you all, family. Y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all later. Take care, family. That's true, Dale. That's true. Yeah. Take care, family. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later.